Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. This account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank ready to serve you. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
24/7, 365. Myers Heating and Cooling is your trusted residential heating and cooling system service provider. Join Myers Comfort Club for peace of mind throughout the year and around the clock. Myers Heating and Cooling in Lancaster. Don't worry, we got this.
Check out Subs.com. Subs is Southwest Wisconsin's go-to supplement store. Find all your favorite supplement brands at the best prices from local people. Fuel your fitness journey. Subs.com, your go-to supplement store with locations in Fenimore and Dubuque.
Grow your business by enhancing your digital marketing efforts with Queen Bee Radio and Phase 3 Digital. We provide customized solutions based on your business's unique needs, including targeted advertising, website development, and search engine optimization. Contact us at 608-349-2000 or visit p3da.com/platbill to learn more.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Myers Heating and Cooling and Wolf Construction. And sponsored by Claire Bank, Cuba City Family Dental, Culver's of Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville, Edward Jones representative Ben Reeves and Elena Reeves, Fuller's Milker Center, Nutrition World, the Peterson Agency, Raleigh Cheese, the Shoebox, and Tricor Insurance.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Highland for today's softball matchup between the Belmont Braves and the Highland Cardinals. It is Grant Regional Health Center, People's State Bank coverage of high school sports presented by Myers Heating and Cooling, Myers Home Comfort Store, and also Wolf Construction. I'm Rob Spangler, joined by Tyler Dictanis. We're on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese. It's at the intersections of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Welcome aboard. We'll take a look at our starting lineups in just a minute and also give you the colors of the game before the first pitch. But really, turning out to be a beautiful day here, and I'm kind of glad that I brought with the sunglasses because I see a little sun peeking out behind the clouds, Tyler, which, you know, the forecast, I give Tri-State Weatherology credit. They most of the time are pretty accurate, but it was supposed to be partly sunny. It has not been partly sunny today. It has just been an overcast, cloudy day. But now look into center field and you see some blue sky here in Highland today.
Yeah, it's an interesting overcast look. You look to our left, it seems a little like stormy kind of out there, but with the way the clouds are moving, it looks like that we're going to have, you know, a little bit of overcast, but sky's starting to clear up a little bit. Should make for a very fun environment for tonight's big matchup in the Six Rivers West.
Well, you talk about a big matchup, Tyler, and these two teams are so intimately knowledgeable of each other. These programs, these teams, not only do they play each other every year in the regular season in the Six Rivers Conference, and usually they're battling for who's the top dog in the conference, and that is the case again this year, but also we all know the postseason is literally right around the corner, and these two teams are eyeing each other up for more than just today's game. You know what I mean? It's this is a big game, certainly, especially for Highland, with a chance to be co-conference champs. For Belmont, a chance to be outright conference champs. But beyond that, I think these teams are also, coaches always say you don't want to look ahead. I think these two teams inevitably do look ahead just because of human nature, because they know they're probably going to see each other again in the postseason.
Well, these teams have seen each other so many times, not just in softball, but in basketball and in volleyball as well, with some, you know, high-stakes games and high-stakes matchups. These seniors are probably sick of seeing each other, you know, but the thing of it is that, you know, like you said, you know, conference title implications online in this game, a likely third matchup, you know, in the postseason, the way that the seedings and everything have panned out. But We've also seen some crazy things happen in baseball and softball season on the games that we've had here on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. It's always one swing of the bat that can definitely, change the course of the ball game and swing the momentum in someone's way. But when, two programs like these two going head-to-head, both ranked in the state, Highland ranked number 6, Belmont ranked number 3, this is as big as it gets, and the biggest matchup in Southwest Wisconsin here today.
Well, and as I said, you don't want to look ahead. You want to literally just look at this because it is a big game for both of these teams. But it's human nature. You're probably going to have thoughts. I'm sure these players already have had thoughts about, especially, I hate to flash back, but you look at last year, Tyler. These teams met in the sectional round last year, and it was up here in Highland. I was there for the game, and Belmont broke Highland's heart, even though Highland had gotten the better of them during the regular season. But when it really counted, Belmont came up big. And they want revenge in the worst way. Would winning the conference title be that revenge, or would then beating them in the playoffs be that revenge? I mean, certainly they'd like to get both. And then if you're Belmont, of course, it's the opposite. You just want to take care of business, keep on rolling. It's interesting storylines to think about.
Yeah, and I think both teams are making a little bit of room in their trophy case for some postseason hardware, whether, that's a conference title trophy or a regional championship plaque. These teams have aspirations for deep postseason run, and this is really a good measuring stick, type of test, for these teams heading down the home stretch of the season. Both teams do have an additional game because they do have byes.
Yes.
Before their postseason run begins. Highland is going to play Cuba City. That's going to be an interesting matchup, and Belmont, I believe, is playing Fenimore on Friday as well. Again,
so one more warm-up or one more
tune-up type of game to get themselves ready. And I've been looking forward to this matchup just because we saw how the first matchup went 7-4 in favor of Belmont. And, the rematch here in Highland, final conference game of the season, should be a fun one.
Well, they're having the teams line up for the national anthem, so we'll pause momentarily here on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube stream, and we'll be right back with the new starting lineup that's brought to you by Fuller's Milker Center, also our colors of the game right around the corner here, live from Highland with Tyler Dictanis. I'm Rob Spangler here on the Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Welcome back. Welcome back. Rob Spangler, Tyler Dictanis, bringing you today's YouTube broadcast on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And we're back on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. Should mention, Tyler, that there's a baseball game taking place right as the softball game is taking place between the two same exact high schools, Belmont and Highland, just adjacent to us. So we do have to be cautious, as I said to you, of foul balls, right?
Yep, and 2 for the price of 1. You get to see, two matchups, and the baseball matchup also a really fun matchup in its own right. We'll get you some shoebox scoreboard updates on that game as well, and some of the other games in Southwest Wisconsin as the regular season wraps up.
All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line, options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at fullersmilkercenter.com. Belmont, the visiting team, they'll be batting first. Here is their starting batting order. Leading off is first baseman number 12, Bailey Mester. She'll be followed by the third baseman, number 22, Claire Rundy. Then batting third, number 3, second baseman Addie McNett, followed by the cleanup hitter, shortstop Reese Rundy, number 21. She's followed by catcher, number 6, Casey Rickers. Then Carson Raymaker, the right fielder, number 9, followed by Morgan Freeman, the left fielder, number 23. Batting eighth, number 1, Laney Rickers, the center fielder, and in the 9 spot, it's the pitcher, number 2, Callie Hodgson, for the Braves. Defensively for Highland, on the mound, it's number 16, Kate Terrell. Other half of the battery is number 18, Lily Mitchick, behind home plate. At first, it's number 8, Sophie Terrell. Second, it is Marissa Bibba. At third, Brinley Belmont. Shortstop is Bronwyn Halverson. And in the outfield, in left, Faith Yawn. Center fielder is Anna Hennessy. And right fielder, Cora Healy. And that is the starting defensive alignment for Highland. Colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Keeler Family Dental, now open in Darlington. Darlington Family Dental, 3 convenient locations to serve your needs. Belmont all black with orange numbers, white striping around the numbers and lettering. And Mester steps in for the first pitch and smacks it foul. First base side, strike 1. The colors for Highland, they're wearing white tops and red pants with red sleeves and white socks. They've got red lettering and numbering. Very clean look for the Cardinals. Although after the game, probably not going to be so clean. Here comes the windup from Kate Terrell. This one's high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Bailey Mester. A little changeup pitch there. And the sun now, Tyler, is peeking through. Here comes the delivery from Terrell. Popped up. Shallow infield, left side, right at the shortstop, making the catch. It is the shortstop. That's Bronwyn Halverson for out number 1. Bailey Mester flies out, and there's 1 down. That'll bring up Claire Rundy, third baseman. She steps in, batting from the right side of the plate. The first pitch is outside, ball 1. Terrell's pitch there, misses low. 2-0. There's a called strike. 2-1 to Claire Rundy. Thanks for joining us on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Rob Spangler, Tyler Dictanis with the call. The sun is out. In fact, I may pop on the sunglasses. I brought them with just in case. Looks like that was maybe a good idea.
Yeah, suddenly now those fly balls get a little bit trickier with the sun's
Here
coming
comes
out.
a grounder to third, fielded cleanly, and making the play across the diamond is Brinley Belmont for out number 2. So a ground out by Claire Rundy, and there are 2 quick outs for Belmont here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Addie McNett. Terrell's pitch, low and outside for ball 1 on McNett. So far, so good for Kate Terrell on the mound for Highland. This one a smacker right up the middle, shortstop fields. It's Halverson. She'll fire to first for the putout, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Belmont. The Highland Cardinals, they'll be batting next here on our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. But while we have a little time, thanks some of our sponsors here today. Claire Bank has 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Doolittle's Pub and Eatery in Lancaster. Follow them on Facebook for daily lunch specials. That's Doolittle's on the square in Lancaster. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber, when you are ready. And Community First Bank, first for you and the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com, member FDIC. Flipping the page here, and let's take a look at the batting order for the Highland Cardinals. Leading things off, it'll be number 3, Anna Hennessy. She's the center fielder, followed by third baseman Brinley Belmont. Batting third, it's catcher Lily Mitchick, and in the cleanup spot, the pitcher Kate Terrell. Followed by Bronwyn Halverson, the shortstop, then Faith Yawn, the left fielder. She's followed by Addison Bedward, the designated player. Then Sophie Terrell batting 8th, and Cora Healy, the right fielder, the number 9 hitter for Highland. On the mound for Belmont, it's Callie Jo Hodgson. Other half of the battery, Casey Rickers, the catcher. At first base, Bailey Mester. Second base, Addie McNett. Third, it's Claire Rundy. Shortstop, Reese Rundy. In the outfield, Morgan Freeman in left, Lainey Rickers in center, and Carson Raymaker in right. Stepping in, it's Anna Hennessy. We're ready for the first pitch, and this one missed outside. Got past Rickers for ball 1. Rob Spangler, Tyler Dictanis on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. The sun has come out in Highland. There's a called strike right down Broadway by Hodgson. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Hennessy. There's a called strike. Kind of a running bunt attempt almost on that pitch. Outfield playing in. This one fouled over the screen. And again, the backstops here, I was talking to you, Tyler, about this, but there is no like overhang cage. So if you get it, about 20 feet in the air, it'll just fly straight out. So you got to have your head on a swivel here at Highland.
Of course, I forgot my glove.
Right. 1 and 2 count. This one fouled to the screen. Stays 1 and 2 on Hennessy. Yeah, Hennessy, you can see, kind of likes that running slap style of hitting. As a leadoff, it does give you a head of steam heading to first. Pitch. This one popped up just over your head, Tyler. And I was hoping, I think it might be time to put the sunglasses on. Because I was just thinking, boy, I lost track of that ball. 1 and 2 still to count on Hennessy. Sunglasses now officially on. Pitch. Low. 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Anna Hennessy leading off bottom of the first here for Highland. Called strike 3, or a swing and a miss rather. And strike 3, Anna Hennessy goes down swinging. That was, again, a slap swing attempt for a strikeout. So 1 down, and Brinley Belmont comes to the plate. There's a called strike on Belmont. 0-1. Number 23, Brinley Belmont, third baseman. She's the number 2 hitter. Hodgson pitching for Belmont. There's a nice pitch. Strike. Called strike on Belmont. That was a beauty. 0-2 on Belmont. Called strike 3. Well, Callie Jo Hodgson went right down Broadway, back-to-back pitches for the strikeout.
And after a lengthy at-bat that Hennessy had in the leadoff spot of 3 quick pitches to get the second out of the inning, back on track for Hodgson.
Nobody on. There are 2 outs, as Tyler pointed out, and Lily Mitchick, the catcher, now batting. Called strike 1 on Mitchick. Hodgson definitely feeling it right now. That one missed upstairs, maybe just by a hair. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's upstairs as well. 2-1 here on Mitchick. Wow, this ball laced into right field for a base hit. She'll turn the corner, head for 2. The tag so close, but sliding in safely is Lily Mitchick for a double. A 2-out double for Lily Mitchick. She puts herself in scoring position for pitcher and cleanup hitter Kate Terrell. Very close play at second, Tyler. Kind of a bang-bang.
Kind of a bang-bang and a quick instant replay that I can see on YouTube.
Here comes a foul tip to the screen for strike 1 on Terrell. Yeah, your thoughts on that play at second?
Looks safe to me, but again, we can't use instant replay for these, but I think the runner was safe based on our vantage point.
0-1 count on Kate Terrell. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Callie Jo Hodgson turning up the heat. He's got an 0-2 count here. Runner at second, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. It's scoreless in Highland. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the threat. So 1 runner left stranded, 1 base hit, no runs, no errors. We've played 1 complete inning, and the score is 0-0. Belmont at Highland, and top of the second is coming up next. But before we get there, of course, we have some fine sponsors to thank on this fine day. They include Highland Hardware in Highland. See Highland Hardware for plumbing, heating, electrical, well systems, and more. Trust Cindy, Pat, and the crew to do what's best for you at Highland Hardware in Highland. Don's Tire in Highland. Don's Tire, your neighborhood Goodyear Tire Center. Count on the trusted local pros at Don's Tire, bottom of Main Street in Highland. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call today at TriStar Pallets of Highland, TriStar Mulch of Cobb, and Platteville. Well, we're just about set for inning number 2. And leading things off here for Belmont, it'll be Reese Rundy, the shortstop, cleanup hitter, number 4 in the lineup. And she even has a theme song about a cereal, Reese's Puffs, which is, I would recommend. It's a good cereal.
Good cereal.
First pitch in the dirt, ball 1 here on Rundy. You're watching the Queen Bee Radio YouTube stream. Here comes a smacker to short. It's fielded by Halverson. Low throw, but in time. Digging it out over at first base. It was Sophie Terrell, and there's 1 away, top of the second. That'll bring up Casey Rickers, the catcher. So far, defense has played solid, especially the infield defense here for Highland. That pitch outside, ball 1. Actually, I'm sorry, that caught the corner, strike 1. That one's low, 1-1. Oh no, it was, I was right.
The scoreboard was messed
first
up.
pitch was a ball, 2-0. How dare I doubt myself? That one's inside for ball 3. So Rickers now with a chance to get on board with a walk or certainly a base hit. Should have something good to look at. Here comes the pitch, but it's low and inside, and it's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk puts Casey Rickers on the base, first base runner for Belmont today, and Carson Raymaker, right fielder, comes to the plate. Terrell's pitch, swing and a miss. Raymaker ahead of that one. Oh, 0-1 count. Again, runner at first. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Raymaker chased that one. That was outside. Quickly 0-2 on Raymaker. Casey Rickers, again, the runner at first for Belmont. With one away, this ball well hit to left, and it's caught by the left fielder. Jumping up, making the catch is Faith Yawn for out number 2. And that'll bring up Morgan Freeman. So 2 away, Freeman batting with a runner at first. Freeman, left fielder for the Braves. This one in the dirt. Throw to first. The runner is going to steal second. Casey Rickers had a pretty big lead off of first and just took off. Well, she would have probably been out at first. And so she slides in safely and steals second. Nice base running there by Casey Rickers. Timeout called on the field for a moment. Rickers is ready. So back to action here. 1-0 count on Freeman. Runner in scoring position for Belmont at second. This one in the dirt. Good job by Lily Mitchick of keeping that in front of her. That was a hot ball in the dirt on that pitch. 2-0 on Freeman now. There's a changeup right down the middle for a strike, and it's 2-1. Two and one on Morgan Freeman. 2 away. Another changeup. That one's low, hits the plate, and it's ball 3. 3-1. So Freeman now on the verge of getting on base. Watches that upstairs for ball 4, and that's 2 walks this inning so far for Kate Terrell. And that'll bring up Lainey Rickers, the center fielder for the Braves, with runners at first and second. So Belmont putting a little pressure on here with 2 away in the top of the second inning. It's scoreless. There's a called strike. 0-1. Terrell with the delivery. This one smacked foul, third base side. Lainey Rickers way ahead of that one. Another changeup. Oh, 0-2 on Rickers. Pitch. Low and outside. 1-2. Belmont trying to get the first runs of the game across. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 1-2 on Rickers. Low, outside. Count is even, 2-2. The sun is really shining here in Highland. There's called strike 3. Rickers watches it and strikes out, and that will end the threat. 2 runners left on base. 2 walks given up, no hits, no runs, and no errors, and we've played 1.5. The bottom of the second is coming up next on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. First, though, some more sponsors. Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all your heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Visit them at fritzsburnerservices.com or call 608-776-2123. Rundy Plumbing and Heating of Belmont for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating of Belmont. Parman Farm Supply. They offer best kill insecticides and Easy Way cattle feeders. Parman Farm Supply. They can work with beef and dairy operations from 1 to 1,000, both organic and traditional. Call Parman Farm Supply of Belmont today. McNett Electric of Belmont. They can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and the crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, commercial, and residential electrical needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. And finally, the Sports Page. They welcome you in for ice-cold beverages. Order off their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, large 2-topping pizzas Sundays. That's the Sports Page in Belmont. We're back to action. Live from Highland High School. Rob Spangler, Tyler Dictanis on the Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Beautiful sunny day now. It had been overcast all day, and then the sun came out. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, it's Bronwyn Halverson, the shortstop for the Cardinals. Kelly Jo Hodgson with the pitch. It misses outside for ball 1. Halverson, the number 5 hitter for Highland. That's upstairs, ball 2. She's followed by the 6 hitter Faith Yawn, the left fielder, and then the 7th hitter Addison Bedward, the designated player, who's effectively the DH. 2-0 on Halverson. And that's upstairs as well, make it 3-0. Well, we saw 2 walks the top of the second inning. Are we going to see our first Highland batter walked? See if Hodgson can get back into it. There's a called strike. Three and 1. This one smacked up the middle for a base hit. Solidly hit ball right up the middle to the center fielder Laney Rickers, who fields it and fires it in, and Bronwyn Halverson, a leadoff single for Highland. Bottom of the second now, Faith Yawn, left fielder batting. Runner at first and nobody out. Hodgson with the pitch, called strike. Hodgson, pitch, bunted, third base side, fielded by Rundy. The throw to first is in time. They get the force, but reaching second on the sac bunt, it is Bronwyn Halverson. That'll bring up Addison Bedward, the designated player. This one fouled over the backstop, heads up. That one into the baseball fan section. You really do have to have your head on a swivel here with both the baseball game and the softball game going on today.
I'm surprised more people on the baseball side aren't wearing helmets, especially on this side too. You never know where those balls are coming from.
0-1 count. This one smacked foul. Wow, that one dangerously close to Sophie Terrell, who's in the on-deck circle. She just missed getting pegged in the leg by that one. 0-2 is the count here on Bedward. Runner at second, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, it's scoreless. Called strike 3 on Bedward, caught looking. There's now 2 outs, and that'll bring up Sophie Terrell, the number 8 hitter for Highland. This one fisted foul to the screen. Strike 1. So far, Highland has gotten hits in both of the first 2 innings, but haven't been able to get any runners home yet. This pitch, a big swing and a miss by Sophie Terrell, chasing the upstairs heat, and it's 0-2. That one's high. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Sophie Terrell batting. Runner at second with 2 outs here for Highland. This one fouled first base side, a dribbler out of play. Yeah, sure glad I brought the sunglasses. Boy, it is sunny.
It looked very gloomy on the way here.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hodgson gets out of the jam with back-to-back strikeouts. 1 hit given up in the second by Hodgson. No runs. Again, a runner left stranded at second, and no errors We played 2 complete, and it's still 0-0. The third inning coming up next here from Highland. Thanks for joining us on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. I'm Rob Spangler, joined by Tyler Dictanis. Game brought to you today by Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. They offer top quality collision repair or minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. That's right. Check that out, Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. Highland Hardware in Highland is sponsor as well. See Highland Hardware for plumbing, heating, electrical, well systems, and more. Trust Cindy, Pat, and the crew to do what's best for you at Highland Hardware in Highland. Leading off the inning, it's Callie Jo Hodgson for Belmont. She is the number 9 hitter. Bottom of the order for the Braves. She'll lead off the top of the third. Still pitching, Kate Terrell. So far, doing a solid job on the mound. This one missed low, ball 1. Terrell has just given up 2 walks so far. There's a called strike. 1-1 on Hodgson. Swing and a miss, chasing that one in the dirt. 1-2 on Hodgson. Terrell's pitch, called strike 3. Hodgson caught looking. That will be out number 1. Now to the top of the order, Bailey Mester, who flew out in the first, and her first at bat. Comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Still scoreless here in the third. That one missed upstairs. Ball 1. Mester batting from the left side of the plate. There's a called strike. Terrell dropped that one in. This one hit right to second base, and an easy play for Marissa Bibba, the second baseman, for out number 2. Now comes up Claire Rundy, the third baseman for the Braves. Claire had a ground out in the first. There's called strike 1. Shows bunt, called strike. Didn't pull back in time. 0-2 on Rundy. 2 down, nobody out, or nobody on rather. Top of the third. That one missed outside, and it's 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. Rundy's worked herself back into the count now, evened up. Called strike 3 inside. Rundy, the second strikeout victim of the third. It's a 1-2-3, top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on board. Bottom of the third is next. A fast-moving game in Highland. Cardinals batting in just a moment. Rob Spangler, Tyler Dictanis, live from Highland today. Our game brought to you by Don's Tire in Highland. Don's Tire, your neighborhood Goodyear Tire Center. Count on the trusted local pros at Don's Tire, bottom of Main in Highland. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb. Getting to be that time of the year, isn't it, Tyler? Postseason right around the corner. These two teams, as you said, get the first round bye, are playing an additional regular season game, kind of a tune-up, if you will. And I think both teams thinking, obviously, long postseason run, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Well, both teams have been in position to make the deep postseason run. It's just, are they going to get in each other's way? And
undoubtedly,
I mean,
usually...
the brackets are obviously going to, see them play each other down the line, assuming that seedings hold serve and everything plays out the way that we think it's going to.
Highland is set to bat, and Cora Healy swings at the first pitch, strike one here. She is the number 9 hitter for Highland at the bottom of the order here in the bottom of the third. Yeah, you're right. These two teams, this ball popped up. Shallow center field. It's trouble. It's going to drop. That'll be a base hit. That was just a little bloop just past second base, just into the grass. And Cora Healy, getting credit with a base hit single here in the bottom of the third. A leadoff single at that, and we go to the top of the order with Anna Hennessy now, the center fielder, batting. Highland going to try and string some hits together here. Here comes a throwback to first, not in time by Rickers. First pitch was a strike, by the way, on Hennessy, 0-1. One bunted foul. 0-2 on Hennessy. Hennessy struck out. She's 0 for 1 today. That was in the first. Trying to move the runner, Cora Healy, to second. We're in the bottom of the third here. This one lifted right over second base, and coming in to make the play actually was the right fielder, believe it or not. That was Raymaker. There was, 3 or 4 Braves in the vicinity of that? And Raymaker's like, nope, I've got it. She comes in from right and snags it out of the air for out number 1.
Could have been disastrous. It looked like a couple players could have ran into each other, but good reaction and great way to get the out.
This one is fouled. Watch, heads up. Straight back over the backstop by Brinley Belmont for strike 1.
While I caught a glimpse of it, shoebox scoreboard update. Highland up 1-0 in the baseball game to our left. They're in the third inning as well.
Belmont baseball team conference champions in the Six Rivers West. There's a called strike on Belmont. And it's 0-2. And this game, I know I've been talking a lot about postseason. This is a big game, too, because obviously for Belmont, they want outright conference championship. This one lifted foul territory, right field, and it's lands out of play. Stays 0-2. And if you're Highland, of course, you have a chance to share that conference title if you get the dub today. 0-2 here on Belmont. That one's upstairs. 1-2. Belmont did secure the 1 seed in their playoff bracket, and they will, if they win, they will host all the way through sectionals. This one missed upstairs. 2-2 now on Belmont. Runner at first, 1 out. Brinley Belmont at the plate here for Highland, 2-2 count. This one lifted foul right over actually bounces on top of the dugout for Highland, and it stays 2-2. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast today. You'll be able to watch and listen to it on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. This one fisted third baseline. Rundy throw is errant. It gets away from Mester. The runner will be waved home, and she'll score. So a error throw by the third baseman, Rundy, allows a score, and Belmont is safe at first on what would have been a routine ground out. First run is across. It's 1-0 Highland. That'll bring up Lily Mitchick, the catcher. Still just one out, and again a runner at first. This ball popped straight up in the air. Second baseman McNett there makes the catch. So that one will officially be an E5 on the throw by the third baseman. 1 run scores on the E5. 2 away now, and next batter here is Kate Terrell. 1-0 Highland. Bottom of the third. This one missed upstairs, 1-0. That's upstairs, 2-0. Swing and a miss by Terrell. Two outs, runner at first. 1-0 lead for Highland. Looking for more. There's a called strike. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Kate Terrell. Big pitch coming up here from Callie Jo Hodgson. This one lifted right over the shortstop, and making the play is Reese Rundy for the easy putout. But 1 run does get across on an error throw. There was also 1 hit that inning, 1 error, and 1 left stranded on board. The score after 3, 1-0 Highland on top of Belmont. From Highland, this is our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. And I just want to listen to Buttercup.
Well, while you do that, I'll give you a shoebox scoreboard update in Swall baseball. Fenimore 2-0 on top of Mineral Point in the bottom of the 5th inning. Very interesting score in the Swall. We saw Fenimore against Cuba City in a doubleheader that we had on our YouTube channel during the regular season. Didn't look so hot in that game, but they've put together a few wins down the home stretch of the season, getting the right momentum heading towards the baseball postseason. The seedings will be coming out, we'll be beginning Wednesday this week, and we'll see how our local teams are seeded locally.
Top of the 4th is set, and Addie McNett will lead off for the Belmont Braves. Jeff Hodgson holding up the game. I kid. He was late getting to the coach's box, though. He's ready now. Here comes the pitch from Terrell. It's low, ball 1. Game brought to you by Myers Heating and Cooling, servicing Southwest Wisconsin since 1999. Myers Heating and Cooling, where they say, don't worry, we got this. This one smacked into center field. A 1-hopper for a base hit by Addie McNett. And that is the first hit of the game for Belmont, believe it or not, here in the 4th inning. Well, time to get out the cereal, Tyler. Bunt attempt, called strike on Rundy. I'll admit I have not had Reese's Puffs in years, but I remember them being delicious. Here comes a bunt to first. The throw back to first is in time. Good job of pinching in hard by Sophie Terrell. And then the second baseman, Marissa Bibba, covered first for the force. It does, though, advance Addie McNett to second. So a sac bunt from Reese Rundy moves the runner across. 1 down and a runner at second, and Casey Rickers batting. First pitch misses outside, ball 1 on Rickers. Highland leading it 1-0, top of the 4th inning. There's a changeup for a strike. 1-1 on Rickers. Terrell has that kind of looping changeup. And then she comes back with a fastball there, but missed it low and outside. 2-1. There's a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rickers. Rickers walked in her first at bat, back into second. That one missed upstairs. Oh, runner moving to third. Throw is not going to be in time. That was just heads up base running by Addie McNett. She caught Highland sleeping. The throw home from the catcher, Lily Mitchick, was just that routine throw. Terrell wasn't expecting the runner to move, and that's when McNett took off and caught him sleeping. Meanwhile, full count here on Rickers. This one fouled back to the screen. Stays full, 3-2. But now a runner over at third. Belmont with their best chance to get a run on the board. They trail 1-0. 1 out. This one fouled third base side. Count stays full. One of the things you love about high school softball, the team spirit in the dugouts, Tyler. Full count here from Rickers. This one lifted, left field, and it's going to drop. That'll be a base hit. That'll be a double, a stand-up double, and a run scores. And we have a tie ball game. And Carson Raymaker comes to the plate now with 1 out and a runner at second. So Belmont evens the score at 1-1 and now has a chance to potentially take the lead with a swing of the bat. First pitch called strike on Raymaker. This one grounded to third. It will advance the runner to second. Rickers almost thought about going home. That was, maybe she was trying to bait them to throw, but nonetheless, it would almost looked a little dangerous, but she retreats back to third. There are now 2 outs on the ground out by Raymaker. That'll bring up Morgan Freeman here. First pitch to Freeman is a called strike. Looked a little low. Shoelace strike. 0-1 count. This one fouled off. 0-2. On Freeman, 2 outs. Runner at third for Belmont. They're swing of the bat from taking the lead rather. This is fouled off. Stays 0-2. Freeman trying to somehow stay alive here at the plate. 0-2. Terrell trying to get out of the inning. This one smoked to right, over the right fielder to the wall. That'll score a run. Freeman rounds second. She'll head to third, and she's in safely. A run-scoring triple by Morgan Freeman. She smoked that ball. Belmont has taken the lead 2-1. What a hit.
Smoked it into the opposite field, and that gave plenty of time for the base runner to get home, and Belmont now in the driver's seat in the top of the 4th.
Laney Rickers now batting, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Still 2 outs, and still a runner at third, so Belmont once again with that runner on the short porch at third. Still a chance to get more runs. They lead 2-1. This ball in the dirt. Good job by Mitchick of blocking that one. And again, when you have a runner at third, blocking the plate's so important.
Although Mitchick is definitely one of the best, not just in the conference, but in Southwest Wisconsin as well.
This one's low and inside. Quickly now, 3-0 count on Laney Rickers. One thing, too, is a very, very short porch behind home plate here. This is ball 4. So Rickers earns a walk. So even if a ball does get past the catcher, it will ricochet pretty quickly, which makes it tough to score from third even on a wild pitch due to that short porch. And we're going to have a pinch hitter into the game for Callie Jo Hodgson. This is number 5, Emily Ryder. Ryder getting coached up by Jeff Hodgson. Runners and the lead 2-1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
This kind of has a tri-core turning pointy feel to it.
Called strike. Taking second uncontested is Laney Rickers, and you knew that was coming. 0-1 count here on Ryder. She'll smack this to third, handled, and they get the routine force. It's Brinley Belmont with the putout, but nonetheless, the damage is done. There were 2 left on board, but 2 runs scored by Belmont. They get a 1-run double from Casey Rickers and a 1-run triple from Morgan Freeman. 3 hits overall that inning. No errors. A walk given up as well. And Belmont has taken the lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Well, the sun was out. Now the clouds have regrouped, taken over the sky a little bit. Still a little kind of a hazy sun now.
Yeah, and a little bit of a breeze to our back as well. Might help the ball carry a little bit, so.
Ooh, I like the song choice, too. We've got from the Highland dugout, Alabama's classic, The Cheap Seats.
Ooh.
Which is all about minor league baseball, actually. It's about the Savannah Bananas, if you will. Do love some minor league ball.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mound City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. Yeah, want to get tickets, although it's probably sold out, for the Madison Mallards motivational speaker night.
Oh, yeah. Now, those jerseys are still for sale, aren't they?
They are. That, I got to think, is a big merch seller.
Yep, and then next month for the Timber Rattlers, the Wisconsin Undertuggers,
That's
their
right.
theme, my personal favorite.
That's a good one. 2-1 our score. Belmont up. This one a pop foul right over the backstop. That one's out of play. It is Bronwyn Halverson leading off the bottom of the 4th here for Highland. Halverson is the 5 hitter, followed by Faith Yawn and Addison Bedward. Highland scored 1 run last inning on a wild throw by Belmont's third baseman. This one well hit. Grounder. That one a worm burner, as they say, out into right field. And she'll pull up safely at first. Bronwyn Halverson, a leadoff single. It's actually back-to-back innings now, Tyler, that Highland has had a leadoff single. So both teams kind of get the feeling starting to hit the ball well.
Yep, good contact and just putting it in play, liners about like waistline below has been kind of the secret ingredient for Highland at this point.
Faith Yawn swings at the first pitch. Strike 1. Two to 1, Belmont on top. Bottom of the 4th inning, runner at first, 0-1 count on Yawn. Shows a bunt. That's a nice bunt. Third base side, is it going to be in time? No. That is an infield single by Faith Yawn. What a beautiful bunt. That was a about perfect bunt.
About as ideal as you can get, bunting it down the third base side and giving her enough time to.
And you want the ball to die, and it did. It just died a few feet down the line.
Perfectly executed.
Next up here, it is Addison Bedward. She shows bunt, gets it down. This one will be fielded by Hodgson, and she'll get the force. Callie Joe, the pitcher, fields and fires to first for out number 1. But now Highland putting on maximum pressure with 1 away and runners at second and third. That'll bring up Sophie Terrell. Terrell is the number 8 hitter in the lineup for Highland. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. Swings at that one for strike 1. Terrell calling time. She wants to talk with Coach Campbell. He gave her a sign. I'm not sure if she understood completely, or I think she's got the information now, though. 0-1 count on Sophie Terrell. Callie Jo Hodgson with the pitch. This one bunted, caught by Claire Rundy. She pinched in hard from third and made a nice play, and there are 2 outs. Two down. Number 9 hitter Cora Healy batting. Healy did single in her last at bat last inning. Boy, a single here would be huge for Highland. There's a big swing and a miss, strike 1. Yeah, a single here, Tyler, is going to score at least 1 run.
Got to think, one of the gaps in the outfield, about as ideal as you can get.
Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 on Healy. 0-2 count, 2 down, runners at second and third for Highland.
You can tell Healy just wants to launch this one.
That one's outside. Got away from Rickers, but again, such a short porch, it would be very, very difficult to take home from third. I mean, unless you were halfway down the line.
Right.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count here on Healy. This one fouled to the screen. Right over my head. Good thing I went to the bathroom before the game. 1-2 count. Hodgson's pitch. Missed upstairs. Count even up, 2-2. Top of the order awaiting after Healy here. So if you're Hodgson, you want to get this batter and get this inning over with. 2-2 count. This one lifted to left. Freeman there, though, and makes the catch. So a line drive to left field ends the threat. 2 runners left on. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And we have played 4 complete. It is 2-1 Belmont leading Highland by a run as we head to the 5th inning. Beautiful day in Highland today. Rob Spangler with Tyler Dictanis bringing you the action on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. You can watch it on your smartphone, your tablet, or my favorite, on your big screen television at home. If you've got a smart-enabled television, which most of them are nowadays, you can just watch it right on your TV at home. So convenient, isn't it?
Connected TVs, gaming consoles, all the things that have YouTube capabilities, you can watch on any of those devices.
I know during the winter sports season, I watched a lot of basketball playoff games on TV at home, and yeah, just nothing like watching it on the big screen, you know.
Yep, and big thanks to Tim Slack Auction and Realty for being our regular season game of the week sponsor, for helping us get our regular season coverage on YouTube. Can't do it without them, and we've had some amazing games on our YouTube streams, and this one's shaping up to be the same.
Here comes a grounder by Bailey Mester. First pitch, and she's thrown out right to Bronwyn Halverson for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. Bailey Mester, leadoff hitter for Belmont, now 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Claire Rundy. Rundy 0 for 2, grounded out in the first, struck out in the 3rd, trying to get something going here in the 5th. This one a chopper foul, third base side, 0-1. Rundy getting the instruction from Coach Hodgson. She'll step in. 0-1 count. Called strike. 0-2 on Rundy. This one a chopper up the middle. Halverson fields it and fires, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Addie McNett, second baseman for the Braves. 2 down, nobody on, and McNett 1 for 2 today. Base hit single back in the 4th. That one's low. Ball 1. Low and inside, 2-0 on McNett. Top of the 5th inning from Highland, 2-1 Belmont leading. This one smacked up the middle for a base hit. Another scorching ground ball by Addie McNett. She has back-to-back singles now and back-to-back at-bats, and that'll bring up Reese Rundy, the shortstop. This one smacked up the middle, too. Halverson fields it and gets the force at second. A little soft toss to Marissa Bibba for the force at second, and there is the inning. So, runner left stranded. There was 1 base hit, no runs, no errors. Still 2-1. Belmont leading Highland. Bottom of the 5th is on the way. Our game brought to you by Russell Law Offices, here to assist you as local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate, administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Also, Bytech Resource Management, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. Carries seamless gutters and overhead doors at Belmont, Prairie du Chien, and at carriesguttersanddoors.com. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer, Bloomington, Cuba City, Montford, and at sloans.com. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster and Fenimore, and Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists in Lancaster. Highland will start out the inning with the leadoff hitter, Anna Hennessy, here in the bottom of the 5th. Hennessy 0 for 2 today. Looking to get a rally started for Highland. They're down 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Hodgson with the pitch. A slap bunt back to Hodgson. Throws to first. Just in the nick of time. I don't think Hennessy agreed with that one. Very close play. I see Tyler watching the replay. What do you think, Tyler?
Well, it was definitely bang, bang.
Ty goes to, this one fouled off. Uh-oh, that's going to end up in the baseball field. Hopefully it didn't hit any baseball players over there. Yeah, what was your take on that?
Looking at the replay, I do think the runner may have been safe. I thought foot hit the bag before the ball hit the glove, or got in the glove cleanly, I should say.
Yeah, I think Hennessy would agree with you, Tyler. She didn't look happy. That one missed upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Belmont. Brinley Belmont drove in, got on board, and the only run scored on her, what ended up would have been a routine ground ball, but it was an E5 error throw on the third baseman, which scored Highland's only run so far. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Belmont. This one, wow. Head on a swivel there to the Highland coaching staff. Coach Campbell just got out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You don't want your coach going in the IL at this point in the season.
No. Kelly Jo Hodgson so far done a really solid job in this game. That pitch just missed inside, 3-2. Full count. 1 out, nobody on. That one missed upstairs for ball 4. So Belmont earns the walk. That was the first walk given up of the day by Kelly Jo Hodgson. And that'll bring up Lily Mitchick. Mitchick doubled in her first at bat in the first and flew out in the third. So she's gotten good wood on both of her at bats here. And there's a called strike. 0-1 on Mitchick. I guess technically good carbon fiber, not wood. There's a called strike. 0-2. Yeah, these modern bats are really incredible. They're carbon fiber bats, which have crazy pop to them. Crazy pop. This one smacked. Speaking of crazy pop, deadway center field, hits the wall, and that'll get runners to second and third. They'll wave the runner home, and she'll score. So Lily Mitchick with her second double of the game. This one, a run-scoring double, has tied it up. 2-2. Here in the top of the fifth, just as I was espousing the carbon fiber bats. And if you've got a kid who plays, you know how expensive these bats are. They average, the high-end bats on the low side are like $300. That's the low side. They go up to $500, even $600. Some of these carbon fiber bats are unbelievable.
Well, they make a really cool sound, especially when you make good contact on that, and that was a perfect example of what we just saw there. That ball was launched in a straightaway center, and had the breeze that we had earlier been back behind us. That
really, any wind out, that would have been a home run. Any wind out, because that hit over mid-height at the wall. 1 away. Runner at second is Mitchick, and Kate Terrell to the plate now. It's tied up at 2, and that pitch missed outside, ball 1. Hodgson taking her time. She's set now. And the pitch popped up. Shortstop, Rundy there, makes the catch. 2 away. That'll bring up Bronwyn Halverson, the shortstop, who is 2 for 2 today. 2 singles, and looks like we're going to have an intentional walk. Yep. So Halverson, I think a smart decision by Coach Hodgson, giving the automatic intentional walk, although Faith Yawn hasn't had a bad day either, Tyler. She had a sac bunt back in the second, and then a single, which was an infield bunt, hit single back in the fourth. So certainly capable of getting on board. There's 2 outs, runners at first and second here for Highland. We have a tie game, 2-2. The pitch from Hodgson, this one foul tipped back to the catcher for strike 1. Faith Yawn, left fielder here. Trying to give Highland the lead. Runner in scoring position. This one fouled to the screen. 0-2. Thanks for watching our YouTube stream, our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube stream. Rob Spengler, my name. Tyler Dictanis, along with. He's the mastermind of the YouTube stream. This one misses outside. 1-2. We would be smashing rocks together trying to start a fire without Tyler Dictanis.
Only a slight exaggeration there, but I'll take it.
Oh, this ball laced to right. That'll drop. That will score a run. Yes, they don't even attempt, but the throw to second is in time. So the lead runner, which was Bronwyn Halverson, got too far off a second on that single to right by Faith Yawn, which scored a run. And so they get an out, does Belmont, to get out of the inning, but the damage is done, and now Highland is retaking the lead 3-2. So Highland gets 2 runs across that inning. They get 2 hits, 2 walks, no errors, and 1 runner left on board. They get a force out on the second runner at second, and we've played 5 innings. It is 3-2. We've got a thriller in Highland. The Highland Cardinals lead the Belmont Braves. What a game. Knew it was going to be like that, though, didn't we?
Well, you talk about, how in the earlier part of the inning where the batter was intentionally walked, that put the runner in scoring position, and they made him pay. And we've seen that happen where you want to neutralize, your best hitters and, make them beat you on the bases instead of in the batter's box. We saw that backfire, and now all of a sudden Belmont finds itself behind the 8 ball heading into the 6th.
Top of the 6th inning, leading off, it is Casey Rickers. First pitch is a called strike. Kate Terrell continues on the mound for Highland. This one lifted to right. That'll drop in. Little looper, right side for a base hit single for Casey Rickers. That'll bring up Carson Raymaker, the right fielder, 0 for 2 today. Highland up 3-2. We're in the top of the 6th. There's a strike. Raymaker showed bunt, pulled back. Raymaker gets the instruction from Coach Hodgson, steps back in. Here comes a pitch. There is a strike as Raymaker showed bunt and did not pull back. 0-2. Whoa. And here we have our first baseball entering play from the other field. So we've had a softball enter play on the baseball field and now a baseball enter play on the softball field. You kind of knew that was coming, didn't we?
It's also 2-1. Belmont's in the lead in the 5th inning in the baseball game to our left.
That one missed low. 1-2 on Raymaker. This one, baseball back into play here. Well, hold on a sec.
Well,
are they going to allow this? Yeah. I got to think they're going to send everybody. The home plate umpire.
Well,
is he going to? They're going to let the play stand. All right, so Raymaker.
So it is 1 out.
I guess officially grounds out, and then reaching third is Casey Rickers. So there's 1 out, and that will bring up Morgan Freeman. There's a called strike. I'm surprised. Thought maybe they would reset
the pitch, go back to where it was before the baseball got back.
Yeah. This one bunted foul. 0-2 on Freeman. Now, I'm not trying to be overly critical, The home plate ump didn't see the ball come in, obviously. But once the ball entered play, to me,
right,
probably
yeah.
should have been 0-2 here on Freeman. So, it's a moot point at this point, right? 1 ball, 2 strikes on Freeman. 1 out, runner at third for Belmont here, so a chance again to tie this game, and they're going to do it here. There's a single lace to center field. It's misplayed by the center fielder, which allows Freeman to get to second. So that's an error It will officially be ruled a single by Freeman. A run scores. So an RBI single, and then there's an error, E8, which allowed Freeman to reach second. And that'll bring up Laney Rickers. We have a tie game again, 3-3. With Freeman at second, there's a called strike on the first pitch to Rickers. That one rocketed foul. Right field side. Off into the wooded area. Back that way. Watch out, Raccoons. 0-2 on Rickers. She'll foul tip this one to the screen. Stays 0-2.
Do you think the Raccoons will bring the ball back?
You know,
we need that ball.
If there's a treat involved, I bet they would. And when I say treat, I mean, you know, a banana peel or something. That one missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, they're not picky eaters.
Well, if Lynn Mitchick takes care of them as much as they take care of us here when we do games, I'm sure Raccoons will be just satisfied.
1-2 count here on Rickers. That one missed inside. 2-2. Yes, I could just picture the Raccoons showing up after the game, you know, getting their compensation for retrieving the balls. 2-2 count on Rickers. This one lifted. Is it going to stay fair? No. That one will land just in foul territory in the down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at second is Morgan Freeman, and Belmont has already retaken the lead this inning, or tied the game rather, not taken the lead, tied the game 3-3. Terrell's pitch. Just missed outside. Full count now, 3-2.
The collective, ooh.
I feel it and I hear it. I understand what the crowd was saying. Full count. Called strike. Rickers thought maybe she had earned a walk, but she's out. Two away now, and that'll bring up Callie Jo Hodgson. She'll smack one into right field. That should score a run. Yes, it will. RBI single by Callie Jo Hodgson. The number 9 hitter coming through clutch, helping her own cause, as they say, Tyler. And now Belmont has retaken the lead 4-3.
That's a big hit with 2 outs, too.
Back to the top of the order here, and it's Bailey Mester. That one missed low, ball 1 here on Mester. That inside and tight, 2-0.
Shoemack scoreboard update on the baseball game to our left. Belmont opening up a 6-1 lead in the 5th.
There's a called strike. So Belmont really taking command in the baseball game. And ironically in the softball game, they've taken the lead as well. 4-3 here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs, runner at first, 2-1 count on Mester. That one missed outside. Throw is in time. What a laser fired by Lily Mitchick.
Wow.
To get the runner out at second. That was a beautiful throw, as Lexi Rickers was courtesy running for Callie Jo Hodgson and was picked off. But not Lexi's fault. That was a laser of a throw by Mitchell. But it will retire the side. Belmont retakes the lead. They're up 4-3 now. As they get a run scored on a Morgan Freeman single. And then an RBI single by Callie Jo Hodgson. So 2 runs across that inning. A total of 3 hits. A strikeout, no errors, and nobody left on board because the runner on board was thrown out. So we head to the bottom of the 6th. Belmont has retaken that lead, 4-3 here from Highland. This is, the game, kind of the game we expected, isn't it, Tyler?
A little bit of everything. Haven't seen home runs. I guess that's the only real thing that we haven't seen, but we've seen some interesting strategy, as far as intentional walks and attempted steals and things like that. But back and forth we go, and for Highland.
When they say heads up,
you just up. You
duck.
Never know if it's you.
Yeah. Okay, there's the ball. So it's out.
Yeah.
Out by the third baseline. Got it. Not near us, thankfully. Leading off the inning, Addison Bedward for Highland. She'll foul tips the first pitch back to the screen for strike 1. Yeah, nothing puts the fear of God into you more than a errant foul ball that you have no idea where it is.
Or the pitch that we just saw foul back towards the camera.
There's a swing and a miss, or a check swing, I should say, on the slap bunt attempt. 0-2 now on Bedward. Well, the sun had taken over for a while, but the clouds have won the battle for the moment. This one misses outside. 1-2. Bedward 0 for 2 today. She's the 7 hitter. 7, 8, 9 this inning. This one chopped foul. We had a little hockey reference from Coach Hutz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Bedward, leadoff hitter for Highland, goes down swinging. Bottom of the 6th, that'll bring up Sophie Terrell. Terrell also 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a flyout. Swing and a miss there. 0-1. Belmont is up 4-3 over Highland. Bottom of the 6th inning. This one is fisted right up the middle. It's going to be trouble, and it's not going to be playable in time. So that was a dribbler that just moved enough to get away from basically both the catcher and the pitcher. Eventually Rickers fielded it, but it was too late. And we'll call that an infield hit for Sophie Terrell.
All kind of had a weird rotation coming off the bat. I think it caught the catcher off guard.
So a single there. That'll bring up Cora Healy, number 9 hitter, 1 away. This one lifted right over the shortstop. Reese Rundy fields for the easy putout. Now 2 down, and the top of the order comes up. This is Anna Hennessy. Carson Raymaker from right field playing way in. Actually, all of the outfielders are way in, but especially Raymaker. And there's a called strike, 0-1. Again, Hennessy has that kind of slap bunt style of hitting in that leadoff spot. Watches that one high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hodgson. Called strike right down Broadway. One and two here on Hennessy. She'll bunt this one up the middle. McNatt hesitates, holds the ball, and reaching safely is Anna Hennessy. Call it an infield hit again. That's two of them this inning. Brindley Belmont comes up. Belmont reached on a walk in her last at bat. First pitch to Belmont, smoked into shallow right. They'll wave the runner home, and she'll score, uncontested. So Brindley Belmont gets the RBI single. And guess what? We're tied again, 4-4. Here in the sixth, a seesaw battle between these two teams. Runners still at first and second, still two outs, and now Lily Mitchick, the catcher, comes to the plate. She has two doubles today. Wow. She has hit the ball well. 2 for 3. There's a called strike, gets past Rickers. The runners will advance. They're going to actually give up an intentional walk here to Mitchick. So, Tyler, you had alluded to this backfiring on Belmont earlier in this game. Is it deja vu all over again?
Well, there were two runners in scoring position anyway, and you put the runner on first. Now you get an out at any base and get out of this jam.
Of course, Terrell is 0 for 3 today, so maybe that's the thinking, right? First pitch is a called strike. She struck out and flew out twice. The only problem with that theory is if she gets a hold of one, you're in trouble. 0-1 count. Called strike there, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, one hand, she's called at the plate right now. The other side of the coin is she's due. So it's...
Bases are juiced. Tie ball game, 4-4, bottom of the sixth. Highland looking to blow this thing open. Hodgson looking to shut it down, just missed outside. The Belmont fans wanted called strike 3, but I think that was just a touch outside. The height was about perfect, but maybe just a touch out. 1-2. This one lifted, right field. It's caught. Lainey Rickers goes from center to right, cuts off the right fielder, almost collided with her, but made the play.
Wow.
And there's the final out of the inning. So one run does get across. That was a RBI single by Brindley Belmont. 2 hits in the sixth. Actually make that 3 hits in the sixth and a walk for Highland. They get 1 run, and we're tied back at 4 again. No errors and 2 left on board. 4-4, 7th inning coming up. Time for the stretch. We want to thank our sponsors, though, first. They include People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. We're getting our money's worth today on our YouTube stream. Hying Hardware in Highland to sponsor. See Hying Hardware for plumbing, heating, and electrical, well systems, and more. Trust Cindy, Pat, and the crew to do what's best for you at Hying Hardware in Highland. Leading off is the leadoff hitter for Belmont this inning, Bailey Mester, here in the top of the 7th. We're all tied at 4. Belmont playing for an outright conference championship. Highland playing for a share. There's a called strike on the first pitch. So a lot on the line on this in this game. That one misses low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mester. Mester officially 0 for 3 today. This one fisted to second. Oh, it's trouble. And we're going to have an error on the second baseman. That's Marissa Bibba. She knocked the ball down, then fumbled it and forced the throw to first, kind of a wild throw. So that's going to be an E4, and Bailey Mester is on board safely. That'll bring up Claire Rundy, third baseman for the Braves. She shows bunt, it's high, pulls back, ball 1. Mester at first. Top of the 7th, foul tipped back to the screen on another bunt attempt by Rundy. 1-1.
Just feel the anxiety of everyone around us. This is awesome.
Yeah, how many Tums has Jeff Hodgson had to pop in the dugout, right? Or for that matter, Coach Campbell. Probably both of them have. Here's a bunt. Third base side, a nicely laid down bunt. It moves the runner. There's 1 away. So Mester moves to second on the sac bunt by Rundy. That'll bring up Addie McNett. McNett 2 for 3 today. She's gotten base hit singles in her last 2 at-bats in the 4th and 5th inning. So she's starting to find her way hitting-wise for the Braves here. Tie game 4-4. First pitch called strike on McNett. Called strike 2 on McNett, and it's quickly 0-2. Terrell's pitch. This one crushed to left. That is to the fence. It hits the wall. Mester will hold up at third, but it's a stand-up double for Addie McNett. Well hit ball. For a second, Tyler, I thought that one was gone.
Thought it was gone too, and I think Faith Young had a misread on the ball coming off the bat. It looks like she came forward a little bit, and then as soon as she saw the ball flying past her, there was really no chance for her to make a play on it. And now Highland again in a dangerous spot.
Well, runners at first and second here, just 1 out. And Reese Rundy, shortstop, coming to the plate. She's the cleanup hitter for a reason. She's a senior. One of 2 seniors here in this starting lineup for Belmont. She'll step in the first pitch. She shows bunt but pulls back. It's outside for ball 1. Tie game 4-4, top of the 7th. Belmont threatening though with runners at second and third. Here comes a bunt down the first base side. And there's a rundown between third and home, and Mester's going to be tagged out. Great rundown by Lily Mitchick. Lily Mitchick didn't bite. She chased Mester all the way back. Mester tried to fake her out, and then she eventually tagged her before she got back to third for the out. That's a big out for Highland. So reaching on the fielder's choice was Reese Rundy, but Highland will take that in exchange for the out at third, and now runners at first and second with 2 outs for Belmont, and Casey Rickers is now batting. Still tied at 4. This one, grounder up the middle, fielded by Terrell, the pitcher, and she'll throw for the final out. So Terrell gets out of trouble. After having runners at second and third, she gets out of the jam with no runs across. Belmont does get 1 base hit. There was also 1 error that inning, and 2 runners left stranded. The score is still 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And now, if you're Highland, just 1 run, and this ball game's over with. So we'll see if Highland can pull this out and share that conference title, or if Belmont can extend the game, right?
Buckle in. Another classic. We've been spoiled with the regular season games that we've been covering this year on YouTube, and my goodness, a frenzied finish set here.
Absolutely. Bottom of the 7th. Here come the Highland Cardinals. Leading things off for Highland. It's number 15, Bronwyn Halverson. She'll be followed by Faith Yawn and Addison Bedward. Kelly Jo Hodgson still on the mound for the Braves. And we are just about set. Halverson is set. Hodgson looks in for the sign. Here comes the pitch. Missed upstairs, ball 1. Tie game, 4-4 here on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Rob Spangler, Tyler Dictatus from Highland. What a game. 2 Titans in the 6 Rivers West battling it out. That pitch just missed. 2-0. That one's upstairs, 3-0. The Highland dugout in a frenzy. There's a called strike. 3-1 here on Halverson. That's upstairs for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Bronwyn Halverson brings up Faith Yawn, the left fielder. Yawn, 2 for 3 today. Also had an RBI single in the 5th. First pitch popped up. This one is going to be just out of play. Over the right field fence. Not quite to the Raccoons. 0-1. Hodgson, the pitch, bunt, laid down. Rundy fields it from third, makes the play across to first for the force. Addie McNett covering first. It does advance the runner, though, into scoring position at second. So a successful sac bunt brings up Addison Bedward with 1 away, and again, Halverson at second. We have a pinch hitter coming in. This is number 22.
That would be Izzy Washa.
Izzy Washa. Trying to come through with a clutch pinch hit. Getting instructions from Coach Campbell, now steps in. Swing and a miss on the first one, strike 1. There's a called strike. 0-2 on Washa. (0-2). 1 out, runner at second. This one fouled hard down the right field line, just foul. That one may have been a game winner had it stayed fair.
Would have gotten it just a tad earlier. I think rides that right field line.
0-2 on Washa. Again, she's pinch hitting here for Addison Bedward. That's high. outside, 1-2. This one lifted foul over the Braves dugout. Still 1-2. This is the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Rob Spengler, Tyler Dictatus. We're in the 7th. Thriller. Tie game, 4-4. Highland looking to end it. Has a runner in scoring position at second. This one fouled off again out of play. The Raccoons now starting to get a workout. Still 1-2 on Washa. Hodgson, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a big out for Belmont, as it's the second out of the inning for Highland, and that'll bring up Sophie Terrell, the first baseman. Sophie, 1 for 3 today, did single in her last at bat in the 6th. Halverson at second, 2 outs. That's high and outside. Good eye that time by Sophie Terrell, holding off. 1 ball, no strikes. Game is tied at 4. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Do or die time for both teams. This one grounded to second. McNett fields and puts out the final out of the 7th inning. So Terrell grounds out. A runner left stranded, no runs, no hits. There was a walk given up and no errors, and we have played a full 7-inning game, and we're heading for extras.
Free softball conference title on the line. Are you not entertained?
Absolutely entertained. Kind of come to expect it. And the thing that I keep thinking about, Tyler, and I know I talked about this on the pregame a little bit, is these teams know they're probably going to see each other again. And that no matter who wins, and whoever wins is going to be excited, and you know, whether it's Highland co-champs or Belmont outright champs, they still know, but we got to beat them again. And it just, I love the psychology of that, you know?
And the two teams know each other so well. I mean, these two coaches have been going head-to-head for a number of years now. There's no secrets to what each team is going to do. It's just who executes and about as gridlocked as you can get.
Yeah, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse on that whole thing, but let's face it, if these teams don't play each other again, we'll be shocked.
Yeah, it's just your typical run-of-the-mill Highland-Belmont game, you know.
Called strike on the inside corner here on Carson Raymaker. Raymaker leading off the 8th for the Braves. There's a second called strike. Behind her is Morgan Freeman. It's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters this top half of the 8 for Belmont. That one's low, 1-2. Wow, well hit ball to left, over the left fielder's head to the wall. Raymaker rounds first, and she'll stand up at second for a double. The carbon fiber cracked on that one.
Yeah, but again, Faith Yawn, I don't know if she just misplayed it or what exactly happened, but you know, the sun not shining as bright as it was before. I don't know if she just mistimed the ball coming off the bat, but that's the second one that's gone over her head and now puts a Belmont runner in scoring position.
Morgan Freeman shows bunt and pulls back. It's high, ball 1. Freeman today, 2 for 3. Had an RBI triple in the 4th, RBI single in the 6th and a walk back in the 2nd. And actually, we're going to change out batters here. So despite Morgan Freeman, as I was saying, having a pretty darn good day, 2 for 3, we're going to see a freshman come in and bat here. Wow. Bold strategy, Cotton. It's Lexi Rickers. Shows bunt. They get the force, but she moves the runner, and that might have been the point.
Yep.
As Jeff Hodgson just wanted that runner to get to third. Even though Freeman probably had more upside as far as hitting the ball. You know, Lexi Rickers, he knows her well. Bunt specialist, perhaps, and she put down a nice bunt.
How about coming off the bench cold, seeing one pitch, laying it down perfectly to get the go-ahead run at third with 1 out.
Well, her big sister, the senior Laney, comes up now, and this pitch misses high, ball 1. One thing we know, the Rickers girls know how to ball.
In all sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. That one missed outside and high, 2-0 on Rickers. And Laney, if you weren't aware, has committed to play college basketball at Madison Edgewood next year. That one missed low and inside. 3-0 count on Laney Rickers. Runner at third is Raymaker. There's a called strike. 1 out. 3-1 count on Rickers. Runner at third. Tie game, 4-4. We're in extra. Top of the 8th here. This one lifted to right. It'll drop, and that will score a run. Yeah, Raymaker held up. I'm almost surprised she held up. I mean, it didn't end up causing a real close play at the plate, but it could have if the right fielder had really rocketed that thing in. But Rickers gets the RBI single to right, and now Belmont has retaken the lead here in extras. And just 1 out, so they could keep the rally going. Hodgson now batting, and she'll foul the first pitch back to the screen for strike 1. (5-4), Belmont leading Highland. Bunt attempt. Hodgson can't get under it. 0-2 count now. Hodgson pops one up. Foul over the backstop. Out of play, it's 0-2. Hodgson, of course, had an RBI single in the 6th. One of 2 runs scored in the 6th. And she'll lift this one right to Bronwyn Halverson for out number 2. So back to the top of the order we go now. Bailey Mester with 2 down and a runner at first. Belmont with the lead, 5-4 here in the top of the 8th inning. This one grounded to second. It's fielded, and Marissa Bibba throws to first for the force, and that is the inning. But the all-important run gets across, an RBI single by Laney Rickers. Belmont gets 2 hits that inning, a double and a single. 1 run, no errors, and a runner left on board. And they lead it 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And now the ball is in Highland's court as they have to answer back.
If you like what you're seeing, give us our YouTube channel a like and a subscribe, and make sure you get notifications of all the games that we have coming up. Might have some postseason games on our YouTube channel as well. We'll see how the postseason shakes out, but boy, what a way to end the regular season package, so to speak, of the games that we have. And yeah, Belmont's got a 1-run lead, but we've seen some crazy things happen. This game is not over until that final out is recorded.
As Yogi Berra would say, it ain't over till it's over. Which I know is an obvious statement, but,
right.
But it's true. It's ironic. I was actually Googling Yogi Berra quotes the other day. Does that make me lame? I don't know. It wasn't
on the company computer. You were searching.
I think so. I think it could have been at home. I don't remember, but I will admit it was not in preparation of this game. But it comes in handy, doesn't it? Here comes the first pitch. This one lifted to right field. That's trouble. It's going to drop in fair territory. And that'll be a leadoff single by Cora Healy. So the number 9 hitter comes up with a big hit to lead off the inning for Highland. And as Yogi Berra would say, it ain't over till it's over, Tyler. Highland isn't willing to throw in the towel yet.
What a game.
Anna Hennessy, leadoff hitter now at the plate. Carson Raymaker coming in all the way from right to station herself at second. And there's a called strike. So there's basically 3 infielders on the right side now. Raymaker covering second, the second baseman McNett covering between first and second, and of course Bailey Mester at first. Pitch here is foul tipped to the screen. 0-2 now on Hennessy.
Could you imagine if Hennessy gets a blooper into right field and it tracks towards the right field side?
I mean, if she could somehow get it out there, that could score a run. Remember, there are no outs. This one grounded almost perfectly as a bunt, but it really wasn't a bunt by Hennessy. It's an infield single, and now back-to-back hits for Highland has them with runners at first and second, nobody out. And Brinley Belmont coming to the plate. Brinley 1 for 4, RBI single in the 6th. Belmont leads at 5-4, narrowest of margins. Bunt attempt fouled back here by Belmont, strike 1. Oh, 0-1 on Belmont. Runners at first and second, nobody out here. Bottom of the 8th inning. A thriller. This one fouled back again. Oh, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. On Belmont, runners at first and second, nobody out, bottom of the 8th. Belmont leading Highland 5-4. A classic. Hodgson pitch. This one smoked to right, over the right fielder. That may score, it'll score 1 at least. The second is coming home. The throw not in time. Highland wins. A 2 RBI double by Brinley Belmont ends the game. The Highland Cardinals come from behind and win 6-5. What a game.
Unreal. Oh my God.
As I said, and I hate to repeat myself, but these two teams are probably going to see each other again, Tyler.
They're going to, and I can guarantee, well, with Belmont hosting the sectional, I believe that they're on opposite sides of the bracket where they would meet each other in the sectional semifinal.
Yes.
If that lines up correctly. That rematch is in Belmont.
It is.
So you have to think that Belmont has some extra incentive and extra motivation heading into that, but what a game between 2 powerhouse programs, not just in Southwest Wisconsin, but in the entire state. A top 10 matchup in Division 5, and again, just another classic Highland-Belmont game, regardless of what sport it is, for the girls. Back and forth, and my goodness, a fantastic matchup between these two teams.
Well, we have not one but two conference champions in the Six Rivers West this year. They're co-conference champions, Belmont and Highland.
Yeah, congratulations to Highland. They for sure earned it in this one this afternoon. What a game.
So officially 2 runs on 3 hits. They were all 3 batters got a hit in the 8th for Highland. It was a leadoff single by Cora Healy, and then Anna Hennessy got an infield single, and then of course Brinley Belmont scored both of those runners on a double to win the game by a final score of 6-5. All right, well, thank some of our sponsors here. They include Fritz's Burner Service in Darlington. Contact Fritz's Burner Service, your best choice for all of your heating and cooling needs in Darlington and the surrounding area. Visit them at fritzsburnerservices.com. Call 608-776-2123. Rundy Plumbing and Heating of Belmont for all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating of Belmont. Parman Farm Supply, they offer Best Kill insecticide, Easy Way cattle feeders. Parman Farm Supply, they can work with beef and dairy operations from 1 to 1,000, both organic and traditional. Call Parman Farm Supply in Belmont today. McNett Electric of Belmont, they can assist you with all of your electrical needs. Chip and the crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, commercial, and residential electrical needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. The Sports Page, they invite you in for ice-cold beverages. Order off their menu. Weekly specials include Friday night fish, Saturday night prime rib, large 2-topping pizzas on Sundays. That's the Sports Page in Belmont. I also hear their dishwasher is really good. Might be one of my daughters. Dave's Auto Body of Belmont. She offers top quality collision. I won't name the name. She'll be embarrassed. Dave's Auto Body of Belmont offers top quality. Hey, there's no shame in that, right? Making a little coin. Offer top quality collision repair, minor automotive repair work, as well as a selection of pre-driven vehicles. That's Dave's Auto Body in Belmont. Well, what a game. What a game. Tyler, any thoughts?
Well, the tricorps turning point, obviously the game-winning hit that brought the 2 runs in for Highland, and the thing that really stands out to me is how both teams had answers for the punches that were thrown, so to speak. You know, anytime that Belmont threw something, Highland had the answer, and for Highland today, they just had one extra little bit of oomph in the final punch that they threw. That hit to right field, got just far enough to bring both runs in to give Highland the win. And man, what a way to close out the conference season for both these teams. They do have one more game that they're going to be playing, as both teams do have a bye before their postseason games begin next week. Highland playing Cuba City. That's in itself is a fun matchup for both of those teams to kind of see where they're at. And then Belmont is playing Fenimore on Friday. So, again, both teams have another tune-up to kind of get things squared away. I think both teams certainly have some things that they'll want to just kind of tighten up before their postseason run begins. But, my goodness, what a game that we had here today, and can't say enough about how gritty both teams played here this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, again, I think a rematch is forthcoming, but you know, they got to play the games first. They, of course, will have regionals, and we'll see if both of them win their regionals and move on to sectionals.
Yeah, and if there's anything that we've learned, and we mentioned it heading into the 8th inning, the game is never over until that final out is recorded. And, you know, this certainly lived up to that. You know, if I recall correctly, the largest lead either team had was 1 run. I don't think there was a 2-run lead at all at any point in this game, and you know, that just speaks to how cleanly both teams played. You know, that both teams, you know, had to be, you know, methodical and strategic, and you know how they got those runs in, and Yeah, just what a fantastic game. You know, probably one of the best softball games that you'll see all season long.
Absolutely, and it's, yeah, interestingly enough, I'm kind of tabulating the stats on the fly here, but not a lot, you know, there were not a lot of strikeouts in this game either. That's one thing from, you know, again, totaling the stats here. We didn't see a lot of strikeouts, didn't see a lot of, we saw a few walks, but not a ton of walks in this game.
Well, both teams tried to put the ball in play and, you know, kind of test the defenses, try to force errors to, you know, get those base runners on. You don't want the pitchers to be, you know, locked in, you know, getting strikeout, you know, after strikeout. You want to make the pitcher earn all those outs. And, you know, both teams at the plate, you know, very disciplined, kind of pick their spots on, you know, when to swing, when not to swing. And, yeah, just
all right.
Both teams did exceptionally well here today.
You did an exceptional job of filling time so I could get my stats done too, so thank you. All right, I do have the numbers, so let's take a look at those. We'll start with Belmont. Their starting pitcher, Callie Jo Hodgson, goes 7 innings, doesn't get credit for the 8th because, you know, unfortunately for her, there were no outs in the 8th. But goes 7, 10 hits given up, 6 runs, 5 were earned, 4 walks, and had 7 strikeouts. The opposing pitcher, Kate Terrell, she goes 8, a full 8, 10 hits given up, so both pitchers give up 10 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So you could say, again, both pitchers kind of scattered the hits. The defense really had to come through for both teams in this matchup. And again, not a lot of strikeouts, just 4 for Terrell and 7 for Hodgson. So Hodgson, I guess, won the strikeout duel, if you will, that way. As far as runs, again for Belmont, 5 runs off 10 hits. There was 1 error, 8 left on base. The first runs of the game for Belmont came in the 4th inning. They scored 2. Started the inning off with a single from Addie McNett, then a sac bunt, and then a 1-run double by Casey Rickers. That was the first run. The second run was on a triple from Morgan Freeman. And at that point in the game, Belmont led it 2-1 after 4. Belmont would add 2 more in the 6th, and then again 1 in the 8th. They did go ahead in the 8th inning off an RBI single by Lainey Rickers, but looking at Highland, they get their first run in the 3rd, so they took the first lead. That came off of an error throw. It was a throw from 3rd on a Brindley Belmont grounder to 3rd. Then it was an overthrow to 1st, which allowed a run to score. That was the first run of the game. Then 2 runs were added by Highland in the 5th. They get 1 more in the 6th, and then, of course, the 2 in the 8th to win it. And that 8th inning, you know, Highland, they lead off with a single by Healy, the number 9 hitter. Then Hennessy, she singles, and then Brindley Belmont finishes it off with a 2 RBI double. So couldn't draw it up much better than that if you're Coach Campbell, could you?
Couldn't do that, and you know, it was, you know, bunts trying to make the you know, the infield earn those outs. You know, the throws to first, and, you know, again, try and force the defense to beat you instead of the pitcher in the circle. So, you know, excellent, well played ball game by both teams, and again, you know, a couple things that both teams will try to tighten up before their postseason begins next week. And for our radio coverage, oh, by the way, coming up on Thursday, we have regional quarterfinal action on 3 of our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. We have in Division 5, Belleville at Argyle Blackhawk on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. We also have Southwestern at Pecatonica on Extreme 107.1 and River Ridge at Benton Shalsburg on 97.7 Country WGLR. And as we mentioned earlier, make sure those that are watching on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, subscribe to our channel. Anytime that we can bring a YouTube stream of our postseason coverage, we'll certainly do so. But as far as our regular season stuff, this is our last game. 2 straight games that we had ending on a walk-off hit. Couldn't ask for more entertaining, you know, regular season set of games. what a
got to
great
give
way to end it.
Culver's a shout out too. I
Yep.
didn't. We kind of transitioned to the post game without saying that, but it's the Culver's Cool Down post game show presented by Culver's in Dubuque, Galena, and Platteville. So thank you. Sounds like a good stop after the game. Maybe if you're a Cardinal fan, a little victory Turtle Sunday. That sounds good to me.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, Tyler, hey, great job. Thank you for all of your hard work with the setup and everything, and thanks for getting us on YouTube, and had a lot of fun today.
Yep, thanks to you. Thanks to Steve Prestegard and Mark Evenstad for also doing play-by-play during our regular season stuff. And again, special thanks to Tim Slack Auction and Realty for being our Game of the Week sponsor on our YouTube streams. We can't do any of this without our sponsors. And boy, I hope they like the product that we put out there. I mean, we had a lot of fun baseball and softball games on YouTube, and now we turn our attention to the postseason, at least for us on the radio side. Looking forward to our postseason coverage coming up later in the week.
You bet. All right, final one last time, 6-5. Highland knocks off Belmont to become co-conference champions of the Six Rivers West, and both teams will head into the playoffs next week. For Tyler DeTanis, I'm Rob Spangler. This has been a special presentation of Queen Bee Radio on our Queen Bee Radio YouTube channel. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.